What is up, Roughnecks? This is Pwnsaurus Rex, and here we go. We are going to look at the block building upgrade tree of Alpha 18. So here we go. This is the diagram that I have built to look at it. So we have the different building blocks, which is a wood frame, an iron frame, a flagstone block, a brick block, rebar block, and then a wet cement block, which is no longer wet, as you can see. Now I also on the left, you can see what it takes to build them. So like a wood frame takes nothing, flagstone takes nothing, but the other ones, such as the iron frame, the brick, rebar, and wet cement, take different things. And this is, you need a forge to build it, you need, or a cement mixer. Okay, now when you go in between them, this shows that you need wood to upgrade it. This shows you need cobblestone, and this shows you need cement. And then this shows that you need forged steel. So if you look through, you can see exactly what it takes to build. This is iron. This shows iron right here and here. And then, of course, cement, cement, steel. Cobblestone rock. Cement, cement, steel. Cement, cement, steel. Cement, steel. Cement, steel. So, that is how it works. Now, if you're going to look at the life of it, this starts out at 50 with a wood frame, goes up to 225, stays at 225, goes up to 1500, 2500. Oh, look at that. We didn't smack it. There we go, 5,000, and then we're at 7,000. So that skill tree right there, from the wood frame all the way up to the steel block, you go from, that's how that works. Now with the iron frame, you've got 100, 1,000, 1,000, 2,500, 5,000, and 7,000. With the flagstone block, which takes nothing to build, as well as the frame, wood frame, you need the cobblestone, and it goes 500, 1,500, 2,500, 5,000, 7,000. The brick, which I've never used, or even considered using because it's so expensive, starts out at 1,200, 25, 5, 7. Rebar starts out at 50, 5,000, 7,000. Wet cement starts out at 2,500, goes to 5,000, and then 7,000. Now what I've found, and that is actually something I never even knew about. I never knew you could make wet cement blocks, Roughnecks. Never knew it. I figured that out through doing this test for you guys. So, let's take a look. I've always used flagstone and the wood frames. I have never used iron frames in-game. I've used rebar in-game. So, anyway, that is how it looks from starting out at nothing all the way to upgraded. Alright, now let's go over here and look at this. In order to make cobblestone rocks, you need 1 clay soil and 1 small stone. In order to make cement, you need 12 small stone in the forge. In order to make concrete mix, you need cement, 1 clay soil, and 1 crushed sand, and that makes concrete. And then in order to make forged steel, you need 30 clay soil, 15 iron, with the crucible in the forge. Okay. So if we look at the wood frame upgrade tree, this is how it upgrades. You start out with 1 wood frame block, which takes 2 wood to make 1 frame block. And then it takes 4 wood to upgrade it. 4 wood to upgrade it again. 10 cobblestone rocks to upgrade to cobblestone block. 10 concrete mix to go there, to the concrete block. 10 concrete mix to go to the reinforced concrete block. And then 10 forged steel to go to steel block. That is for each one, Roughnecks. Okay. For the iron frame, it takes 40 iron to go to the iron block, 40 iron to go to the reinforced iron block, 10 concrete mix to go to concrete block, 10 concrete mix to go to the reinforced concrete block, and then 10 forged steel to go to the steel. It takes 18 iron, 5 soil to make a iron frame out of the forge. Okay, with the flagstone block, it takes 1 clay soil, 1 small stone to make a cobblestone rock. And then it takes 4 cobblestone rocks to make a flagstone block. So that's relatively cheap to make flagstone right off the bat in the game. And what's really nice about flagstone is that it's so cheap, and it starts out at 500 which is nice. So, when looking at this, it goes flagstone, 10 cobblestone rocks to cobblestone block, 10 concrete mix to concrete block, 10 concrete mix to go to reinforced, and then 10 forged steel to go to steel block. Okay, when you're looking at the brick takes 75 clay soil and 12 small stone in the forge to make one brick block. Now, the nice thing about the brick block is it has 1,200, which is better than the 500. But with 10 cobblestone, you can go to 1,500. So, I mean, when looking between those two, the flagstone block, which is 1 soil and 1 small stone, which is actually 4 soil and 4 stone to make 1 flagstone block, then you need 10 cobblestone, which is another 10, so it's 15 and 15. No, it's 14 and 14. Yeah, 14 and 14 to make a block that's stronger than the brick block. You're literally doing it for cosmetics, because it is not a feasible... like, why would you do that? You wouldn't, unless it was you wanted a brick building. So, that being said, 10 concrete mix to go to concrete block, 10 concrete mix to go to reinforced concrete block, forged steel 10 to steel block. Okay, rebar, which is 6 iron, 1 clay soil in the forge, makes a... which, in my opinion, this is a nice way to upgrade quickly. It's cheap. 1 iron and 1 clay soil, you're never going to run out of either one of those, or you shouldn't. And in the forge and the rebar, and boom, 20 concrete mix, you basically skip right over the concrete block and go right to reinforced concrete block, and then the forged steel. Now, it's nice if you have the concrete. If you don't have the concrete, it's not nice. And, of course, concrete takes time to dry, so that's always an issue, too. Now, this is the most surprising thing I found out in this entire test, and actually I'm wicked happy about it because it's something I am going to use in the future quite a bit, Roughnecks. And that is putting 10 concrete mix in the cement mixer and making a wet concrete block. 10 concrete mix. That is what it costs to upgrade any other block to concrete. So, why wouldn't you do this? You basically skip all the materials for the rest of the entire thing, plus the time. You just make a pile of wet concrete blocks and throw them down. And then it takes 10 concrete mix to go to reinforced concrete, and then 10 forged steel to go to the steel block. It's like the best way to build anything concrete at all ever, which is amazing. I didn't even know. So that is pretty impressive. That is the building tree. And of course, you can watch some of the other videos to see how to make forges and mixers, as well as how to gather some of those materials and do that. So that is it, Roughnecks. That is my tutorial on the building framework. That's how I see it done, and I tried to make it as quick and easy as I could. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps out. I found out from the developers over at Fun Pimps that you need 5,000 subscribers in order to get early access to the next piece of material. So, like, if I was going to get early access to Alpha 19, I need 5,000 subscribers. So that is my current goal, is to get there before Alpha 19 is released. That is a very, very optimistic goal. It probably won't happen, but, you know, every day that we can get closer to that, that'd be great. Even if it's Alpha 20 that we're shooting for. And, you know, we're still waiting on that first Roughneck to take that leap into Patreon. And that would be greatly appreciated. All proceeds will go directly back into the channel and making this a better place for all of us. Alright, Roughnecks, thank you so much for watching. And if I don't see you in the next video... Wait. If I don't see you in the comments below, I'll see you in the next video.